Right after the start in Chicago, and when you're talking about those guys, you got to be careful. Like he said, he doesn't feel it's something that should take a long time, but at the same time, you just got to be careful. We're in a part of the schedule that we got a lot of off days, so we can kind of like maneuver around it, and whenever he feels right and we feel that he's fine, he'll get back to it. There's no timetable. Obviously, the goal is for him to get back sooner rather than later, but we'll be smart about it.
Any decisions that he will start tomorrow?
Hector. Yeah. That's why. We knew where we were, so I just wanted to make sure. And that's why we reshuffled the whole thing. We're doing Smitty tonight and then Hector tomorrow.
What's new with Dustin's program?
He's playing 3 straight starting tomorrow. I think it goes 7-7-5, if I'm not mistaken, but he's playing 3 in a row. Dustin Pedroia. Yeah.
Did you get any information on Zue?
Zue has a sprained MCL, not that bad, and a bone bruise. So obviously he's going to be out for a while, but it's not as bad as it looked.
And how about Brock? Is he going to start?
Yeah, not yet. We'll say Monday. So hopefully by Wednesday he starts doing that. Let's see how he goes. Starting tomorrow, he'll be here with us on Wednesday because he's going to the White House. So he'll fly with the group on Thursday night. And then Friday, obviously, work out with us, and then we'll see where he's at, and we'll make decisions. Hopefully, he can start playing over the weekend. That's not, obviously 100% sure. But like I said, we don't want to push him, but he's feeling a lot better.
Seems like most of the minority guys are skipping the White House, and there seems to be a split camp. Is that something you feel like you need to address as a team?
No.
It hasn't become an issue at all?
Not at all.
What you doing Wednesdays when the team's scheduled to go Wednesday to the White House?
Yeah, I'm going home. I'm going to Boston on Wednesday.
But you said that Brock was going to be here to go to the White House.
Oh, yeah, he's coming here and work out with us on Wednesday, and then Thursday he's going to the White House.
Okay. So how on Thursday?
Obviously, you know that the season is going to test the depth of a starting rotation. Is it? So what's your confidence interval in this? Where the depth of this?
We went through this last year, so I'm confident. I think we got guys that are capable to get us X amount of outs early in the game, and our bullpen, we have some guys that can give us multiple innings. So we're in a spot that in this series we're going with Smitty and Hector. Thursday is an off day, so what the rotation did in Chicago, it put us in a spot to probably we can extend guys and the next 2 days, and obviously hoping that Chris keeps going the way he threw the ball in Chicago. So I do feel that we're going to be fine. We'll be okay. Obviously, stuff-wise, they're not David Price or Nate Eovaldi, but they can get people out, and we'll prepare them to do that. And like I told our catchers, hey, just get outs. Just find ways to get outs and put us in a position that we can score runs, and then we manage the game from there.
Where is Nate at in his progression? Is he growing yet?
No, not yet. They haven't even taken the stitches out.
Okay.
So I think that happens in the upcoming days.
What's the pressure?
Do you guys have to keep the extra reliever kind of going forward here?
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
What's the pressure about Josh Smith?
He's a guy that can, spray the fastball all over the place. In the edges of the strike zone. He's going to change speeds. He was throwing the ball well in AAA. I know he hasn't pitched that much since he got here, but it's a guy that we trust. We saw him in spring training, and if he goes to certain spots against them, hopefully he can get some quick outs early and can give us 12 or 15 outs tonight.
Andrew Benintendi just tonight.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the game yesterday. It was kind of like up to him, but with their rotation going the way they're going, it was easy to make the decision. He doesn't play today, and he'll play the next 2.
For those of us who weren't with the team yesterday, how tough was the White House decision for you?
It's a decision that I made with a lot of conviction. So talked to a lot of people, and that's how I feel. I think the message was clear, simple, and everybody understands why. Or well, there's some people that don't understand. But that's our reality, and I don't feel comfortable going to the celebration while we're leaving back home.
How's the reaction been when you thought it would be today?
Oh man, I was getting calls at 4:30 in the morning for morning shows back home. Yeah, it was kind of like when we won the World Series. Everybody wanted to talk to me and all that. Like I said yesterday, I think Pete was the one that asked me. You're gonna get reactions, anyways. If I would go, they were gonna talk about it anyways, and not going is the same thing. So I'm comfortable with the decision. Like I said, I learned conviction from my dad and my mom, and the last text I got yesterday before the game was from my mom, and it was a powerful one. So I went to manage the game, and that's it.
Have you heard any further from players regarding that in terms of I understand why you're not going and things of that nature?
No. They had a pretty good idea.
You guys in spring training spent a lot of time thinking about what was best for the starting pitchers. Is it disappointing is the word, frustrating is the word that two of the guys have had to go on the deal?
No, not really. I mean, that's part of it. You look around the league, and there's guys that pitch 4 innings in their second start of the season, and they're hurt or they're struggling. So, we believe in what we believe, and Nate, you can't control that. And then with David, just you got to be careful. That's it. I guarantee you that if he was in September and he felt this way, no way he was gonna accept us to put him on the IL. So we're gonna be good. We're good, and we feel that what we did is the right thing. We went through it last year too. We took care of guys, and Sale went to the IL, and then David went through his thing, and so on. So it's part of 162 games. In a perfect world, nobody gets hurt, and they post every 5 days, but we don't live in a perfect world, as we know.
How much faith do you have that if you do it the way you're doing it now, try to do it the right way, that it's going to pay off in August and September?
I'm 100% convicted that he's gonna. Like I said, we have to wait 162 games. 2 weeks into the season, everybody gave up in the program, and now the last 15 days, everybody's praising the program. So that's the way the baseball season goes. Hopefully we can stay away from the roller coaster and be consistent. And I think the last 15 days we've been the most consistent team starting wise in the big leagues.
Johnson still scheduled to throw some game tomorrow.
Actually, he threw an up and down today. Yeah, so he felt good. He's moving quickly. Let's see how he reacts today, and we'll make a decision what's next for him.
Danny here. Who's that again?
Brian Johnson. Yeah.
Is there, obviously the goal is to finish 500. Is there any sense of relief to be one game off of that after starting the season the way you guys did?
It was just a bad start. We know where we at. We knew from the get-go what we had to do. We're just playing good baseball. That's it. It feels good to be consistent and do things the way we are capable of, but at the same time we need to get better, and that's something that we always do. From day one last year in spring training all the way till yesterday, we're trying to get better, and we find our stride. Offensively, now you look at the stats and it's like, oh, okay, so we're not that bad. I think that was my biggest concern early in the season. It wasn't the pitching, it was like the offense, and now we're in the top 5 in a lot of categories. We're hitting with 2 strikes. We're hitting with 2 outs. So the line is moving, and that's something that feels good because you feel that, like you can come back in games. Early in the season, although we score a lot of runs late in games, it didn't feel that way, honestly. It was like the offense was stuck, and right now it's not.